if you have been making unhappy choices, and if you find that you are morose, why does it happen? Why do you feel unhappy? Swamiji, I wanted this, it did not happen. I did not want this, it happened. That is the whole thing about happiness. My desire did not get fulfilled. What I did not want, that happened. Now, in this whole scenario, the point we are missing is to be happy, you need nothing. It's just a choice that you are making. One grandmother passed away. Now, grandfather, his one son was in Dallas, second son was in Sydney in Australia, the third son was in London in Great Britain. That's what happens nowadays, right? And grandfather was in Bombay. So he thought, now what to do? Either I spend 4 months, or otherwise the option is, let's go into an old age home. I'll get friends of my age and live peacefully, and why trouble my children? So he went to this old age home, he liked it, and he signed the contract that I'm purchasing this apartment, this particular room. The old age home manager, he finalized the contract and he told the nurse, show grandfather his new apartment. The nurse was taking grandfather and she was describing the place. So she was saying, Grandpa, this room that we are giving to you, it's got a red brick fireplace. He said, really? Wow, I love it. And grandfather, it has got a Chinese vase by the window side. He said, ooh, that is so wonderful. And grandfather, it's got a Turkish carpet just by the bedside. He said, so thrilling, I love it. The nurse said, but grandfather, you have not even seen the room as yet. How can you love it without having seen it? He said, Beti, my dear daughter, whether I like it and love it, or I don't like it and don't love it, does not depend upon the room. It depends upon me. Grandfather was wise with age, and he made a very important statement. Whether I like it or I don't depends upon me, not on the room. In other words, he's exercising the freedom he has by realizing the gap between the external environment and his inner thoughts. That is the choice you make in regard to attitudes. Now, if you have been making unhappy choices, and if you find that you are morose from time to time, why does it happen? Why do you feel unhappy? Swamiji, I wanted this, it did not happen. I did not want this, it happened. That is the whole thing about happiness. My desire did not get fulfilled. What I did not want, that happened. Now, in this whole scenario, the point we are missing is that one desire did not get fulfilled. What about the 100 that got fulfilled? You are only focusing on what did not get fulfilled, and you are forgetting all the blessings that you have received. So everybody's cup is half empty. That is the way God makes it. But it is also half full. So I agree there are things in your life you can cry about, but there are also blessings that you have. The only thing you need to do to be happy is to count your blessings. How will that happen when we realize that this world is not designed to fulfill my desires? There was this man who went on an excavation of the holy Ganges. So he had a map of the Ganga and he started off from Gangotri, determined to find his way all down through Uttarkashi, through Rudraprayag, Devprayag, Rishikesh, Haridwar, so on, Kanpur, Allahabad, Patna, finally to Ganga Sagar. However, he found the map says it's supposed to go left. Yes, it's going left. It's supposed to go right. Yes, it's going right. And in one place, he had just gone 10 miles. According to the map, the Ganga should have veered to the right, but it was going to the left. He said, "What? The Ganga is not following my map? If it doesn't follow my map, then what is the use?" He threw his map there and said, "I am not going any further." Now what was the mistake he was making? A simple mistake. The Ganga is not supposed to follow his map. The map is supposed to follow Ganga. Similarly, the world is not supposed to fulfill all our desires. We are not the center of the universe. We have to align our will with the will of the universe. So if our desire is not fulfilled, it's not such a big deal as our mind makes it out to be. Let it be, put it aside. On the other hand, focus on the graces you have received. There are so many graces. Just count your graces and you will have 1,000,000 reasons to be happy. You are living in the most opulent country of the world. So people say, "Swamiji, it's all doomed. This one desire is not fulfilled." You are living in the most opulent country in the world. Your hands are okay, your feet are okay. The problem is we don't remember that these are graces. Whatever we have received, we take it for granted. It is like that one husband and wife. They were living in an apartment, but their classmates had already moved to townhouses. That is how, like, the Indian community progresses, like from the apartment in Irving to the townhouse in Richardson to the house in Plano, Allen or Frisco. So they said, "Oh God, what God has not given us anything, just one apartment. Look at our friends, they've got these big, big houses." They were feeling so upset about it. Until the husband lost his job and the wife did not have the permit to work. Now the mortgage was in trouble. How to pay the mortgage? The bank said, "Pay up your due installment or we will foreclose." They said, "Oh God, we will be out in the street. What to do, what to do, what to do?" They were praying, oh God, we will be out in the street." Finally, he got his appointment letter 3 days before the foreclosure. He said, "Oh God, you are so merciful, I have got a house to live in." The house was there before also, but he's taking it for granted. And when it was about to be snatched, then he realized, well, if I have it, it's a blessing. If we have eyes, it's a blessing. If we have hands and feet, it's all a blessing. So count your graces and choose to be happy. So what is the second secret to awaken your best self? Take charge of your attitudes and choose good attitudes. Next time a negative thought comes, think, is this the only way I can think? No, I can think and feel like that. This is the second secret to awaken your best self.